contacting plays. There's a gap in the defensive protocol here. Jonah P, it's up to him to try and close that one still. Aspas right back in, and now down to that 4v4, getting a bit of a run on. Leave here in the footsteps, sets it up nice and easy. A bit of that squeeze once more occurring, Com. Just flanking straight from main again, but it's difficulties here. The spike's been dropped down.
They've actually managed this 4v5 situation really nicely, apart from losing the spike here. G2 allowing them to collect it. This fight is going to go on to be with no smokes.
And straight into it, trying to take the brawl right into the fray. I see! That is an opening you can only dream of here. G2 to get back into the fight. Running for the right timing once more, and as the tap not quite walking into the smoke, they choose to face it. And it is overwhelming at that with the rifles in hands. Pure weaponry advantage at play here by Lev, but what a call to make in the midst of it. A world in which Valen surely doesn't get away with it. It's 2 though. Well, I can't imagine it's a possibility for Trent. It's made just that little bit more winnable here, but with only a stinger in hand. It would require Lev to slip up almost entirely to win a round in this capacity, especially with time ticking away from him.
5 health on Aspas, but on and off angle. Does get cleared, so that's a little more damage. Another rifle taken out of the hands. Up until they chose to fight against Valen, this was looking like an absolutely flawless.
A few bullets spraying away. Jonah P almost thinking about the timing here in his corner. Will it get cleared? It's half, and it's sloppy at best, really, but Lev eventually making their go. Straight through into the baby door. Again, it's being shut down. G2 are very quick to respond. Rewarded with a spike in their laps, too, so will be no chances anymore for Mazzino. Just forced to really scurry away, save this rifle into the next.
10 seconds
What ends
left.
up winning this round for G2? Valen's read on the game. He may have a chance to deny this final rifle as well. Zeno's going to keep it in hand. Get that breach out online.
He's going to be left, and you are right, he does have that showstopper, but one tool against an entire army that's now going to be facing him. Reveal time, and oh no way, the Sheriff! Not even any time to let loose with the ultimate, but still with that weapon in hand, maybe he's made it that much more difficult. That is ridiculous. And it's all just gone to pot. Leviatán forced to barrel their way through with brute force in the end, only 6 seconds left, but the spike drops down. Final with the paranoia has to be stuck, there's not more time. It's too late. He missed it. G2, all they have to do is hide and run away, and it's a round 1 for them.
What an unbelievable round there!
Jonah P not into the usual one here. Ult's now going to be used by Aspas. Potential indicator. Slight pause from Lev. They're just hoping that there's some initial util going to be used out and through. Tever and Prowler in through the back. Clears out most of it. Dropping down. Shots though. And there's a covering fire from Trent. Satchel back up onto the high ground and safety in numbers. G2 looking to play this one strongly together. King, risk to be taken. Out through the back. Com going for flanks and finds it. At least rewarded. King on for another. Everybody dropping here. Leviatán are looking strong, in control of every possibility here. The retake shut down before it can even begin. G2 left reeling, and Leviatán at least.
And we're in round 10. The half's already over almost.
The back and forth has just been incredible. Adjustments being made. Aspas takes a cheeky one.
He missed it in the previous round. Make sure not to. Go on, hit the button.
He finally gets hold of it here. There's a fault line to push them back as well once more. Lev again cascading this util forwards, making sure that they can scale up and take deep control throughout the back of the site here, and they're going to be applying that pressure once more. G2, they were ready for this last time, a bit of an aggression, but there's that extra element of flash to peek through and around, and King, who will deliver it, rips away 2 of the lives of G2 again from the high ground perch, but unable to stand against it. Leviatán left onto the round itself here, and the door just waiting. Now's the time to strike! Leaf! This off angle pulls them apart just from the side. Aspas still just causing all sorts of a bit of mischief. Leaf still locking down this extremity. They do not know how to navigate this scenario whatsoever. It's gone to pot for G2 though. In control of it, still not expecting it. Mazzino slipped his way in through tree once more, but only one left to stand on his text. With an operator in his hands. Hunting for the rifle. Noise being made. Cage is down and away. He's looking for a way to slip past. Potentially,
30
the eyes of
seconds
G2 players. A 1v3 would be a miracle for him to pull this one off. Icy, ever vigilant. 6-6 is going to be that finish that we see here for the first half of Lotus. Spot as well. Wants into the corner! What is that shot? I mean, Icy just coming straight back at him, man. Aftershock in. Probably seeking to delay and deny at least his plan, as well as that paranoia. Sweeping pass and away. Come to play off of it! And the rest of his team now flooding straight back and through. Still, G2. They have the angles. They bide their time and wait to strike back, and leaving it just now to Mazzino. And a 1v3 here, just for the pistol. Util out into the hand, but straight into two. Waiting with open arms here. G2 happy. Kind of weaker weaponry now. Close quarters is where they thrive. G2 with more than a handle onto it. Paranoia just could not quite be dodged. Icy still weaving in and out of that smoke again, and as the double face comes through, decay damage. Enough for the cleanup. Jonah P in action. And G2, monstrous call when they were basically working with almost nothing. It was just a bunch of scraps. The high-low that you were discussing, pointing out, might get his wish momentarily here. G2 don't have Util, not ready for this one still. They do have the bodies, but after that first kill, not going their way. Leaf dropping, they want nothing to do with this. Doors opened up though, looking for a pivot potential. Options again, not clearing text, but luckily saved there by the teammates. Again, the call is made left. That is explosive. Trying to react into it. A fight taken straight up here. Com, head on a swivel, doesn't know which way to look, but he was spotted out by these players. TP's forwards, Valin making risks of his own. And it has to be. It's a 2v4 situation. Tucked to the corner, Jonah P. Waiting out, but just spotted into the corner and cleaned up. Knows where Com is. Valin will drop him. 12 seconds remaining though. He's got to get a move on, and he's going to be chased now hot on the heels. Left. The rest of Leviatán going to be ready to punish this one. It's a tap and avoid. He's hoping for an easy fight as well, but at this point, no more options to him. Leviatán. Aftershock, delaying. 35 seconds left. Neon wall into the site.
And now Jonah P becomes a crazy late lurker, the backstab for the post plan.
He's going to try and catch his timing and catch it well, especially with Leaf falling once more as well. The options are starting to run dry at short. Ults are forced out. Icy is getting into it now as well. He just misses it. Goes straight over the top. Now you're seeing it. Haunt as well. Follows through and around. G2 going for this. Still trying to take this one with the rifles. In play again, down to just Tex. 1v2. Drop down to 25 health. He's avoiding it, trying to isolate it, find these fights on an individual basis. Jonah P. He's taken out, but can't claim the second Valin. It's the IGL. Comes spot and a shot fired. Kingdo trying to bait him in here with a jiggle peek as well, but he's at least rattled away. Revealed a little bit here, still trying to go for the play once more. It's a Paranoia. King not looking to evacuate. Oh my God, he's dropped down to 1 HP. We're seeing it here. Leaf still just maintaining control of that B main angle. Mazzino jump spots away. This is getting so damn precarious. A series of fights that are going to be taken out and across in through the map. Two though looking to now at least take this one with the body advantage into the guns. And Icy left alone now to his own devices. It's a 1v4 to try and tangle with. Can't quite get through it. Holding it down out towards C-Mao, and he's ready to punish here with a fault line and a peak. Com wants to try and take this fight into it. It's a little bit whiffy, and maybe might not be paying off for them. It's a rolling thunder that has to be expended at least to try and save the day here. But Mazzino, he's not going to get any value from it. Everybody's disengaged.
There's no follow-up possible from that, and now he's tucked himself into essentially a one and done.
Oh no, just not expecting it. The wraparound of G2.
A non and done.
Full sight control with a pit into the post. It's looking inevitable for G2 to wrap this one up. Retakes in this fashion. Leviatán again. Sound like a stuck and broken record here, but it would have to be a miracle. Tex to cam up into his face. Icy playing a forward approach position. Hoping that somebody would just walk straight into it. Still the nano swarms. First wave of things. There was no tap onto the spike again, but time is going to be running it short and shy away from the mark for them. Leviatán is starting to realize and recognize it, but maybe going for a bit of a pincer play here. It's a Paranoia that sweeps through alongside the door opening up and a wide. Icy looking to relieve that pressure again, but they are cleaning up still these through players into the back. But again, the spike is ticking. It's gone away from them. A lack of control at the time on the clock. It's the only element that was missing really from otherwise a pretty clean game plan, and still it will result in that thrifty win. Clear open the path into action here. Entertainment onto Aspas. Can't play into it. Icy, he was so quick. In through the back lines, looking to at least alleviate this one. make it just more winnable for the rest of his team. Trent now finally committing to this plan as well, with the door opened wide and around. Tex making a peek, and a thing for it still with a showstopper in through the back. No casualties there, but again, this has fallen to pieces here for Leviatán. All eyes once more onto Aspas and Mazzino. In through the back of the site, afforded a bit of that space once more, but again, the obstacles they have to navigate are numerous indeed. It's a seize. Laid out on top, at least with Icy going to be removed. Now to Nightfall as well, in through behind Mazzino. He just follows the traces, a point-and-click adventure game, but can't manage it. Tucked behind, at least through Mound. Every player, possibility is there. Time is completely against them. Nice pass again. Loves to be posted up here onto this angle again. Will respect the smoke into his face. A little bit too many angles. Boombot, nade. What a shot! Takes the peek straight into a King. Just could not quite get out of there though. The TP forwards and in. It's a committal by Valen. Dodging and juking, at least from the stun and away. Now the second round of things once more. It's a rolling thunder. Let's try and push them back. Aspas, rifle in hand now, trying to make the play in a moment, and he makes it work! Leviatán, they crushed them! Backside control for him, but it's revealed up, at least by the Prowler. Cage forwards. Made again, rebounding. Plan finally, at least going to go down.
But he's also stopped Icy from taking that area of the map. G2 with Pit.
Oh boy.
It's going to be a tough retake.
It's going to be difficult. They want to try and go for this one rapidly. Full attack, slowing him down. Tech still alive and kicking. Overdrive. Aspas, but lit up like a storm and a hail, and the bullets raining down the Pit. Still, it's going to be dropping. And a potential opening now for Leviatán, but again, that pressure is there. It's all for the map. Our opener here in this best-of-5 grand final, standard to take some space out and through. Door opens up and wide. Leviatán flooding through, at least with the kills. Trent, he's going to dodge and juke and weave away, but too much to overcome. Leviatán still alive. Anchoring it down here, they're doubled up and holding. There's at least a horn that's sent flying.
Think back to Lev's attack side, it was the A hits that were working. Nothing else really was finding too much value, but the A hits were great.
Exactly, and punishing that flood defense protocols that G2 have waiting, but this time there's an extra element. They all drop down to support and supplement, and at least dropping two of the bodies. Aspas decayed down, at least to the double digits, and Jonah P just walking around and away. Still claims the one. Aspas, he did lock his sightlines onto it, but he's no more for the world, and G2 find that edge. 13-12.
The flood defend on C and help Tex.
A lot's going to be asked of him. Tex, that anchoring spot as well. Stalwart defender out through the back of the site. It's a cacophony of util up into his face, and he can't quite do it still. The players are there, the door's open wide, and Aspas and Mazzino will at least seek to deliver a bit of respite. 13 seconds left, the plan needs to start going down, it needs to be committed, and spam down, Mazzino, all turned, out and through, rolling thunder, they want to go now, it's a rapid play and approach, at least with the paranoia again to supplement. Everybody's blinded up, nobody can stand their ground, and Leviatán, once more, stay alive. Still connecting. Lights him up as well, cuts away to sound cues. Here's Aspas in for the back of the side again. There's no heaven smoke. Valen is way ahead of the rest of his team, and they're trying to supplement and support still. It's a crossfire setup that is not expected. Leviatán, all the space in the world out through the A site. Leaf, it's definitely a chance to respond. Maybe he can make it winnable and doable, but just backs away to Haunt. Makes the decision easy for him. Again, a roll in front of Mazzino. I don't know how he's building these up, but this guy is on fire. And from the wraparound, Tex, it's a dagger and a blade straight to the back. Mazzino collapses straight. And again, what timing does he choose to take? Again, yeah, with the util coming through. This time it does need to be alleviated, and the pressure. Surely Mazzino again, holding it down, rifle in hand, topping away. It's precision, it's surgical. And Leviatán ripping away the opening map of our best-of-5 grand finals.
Some revenge for Aspas on the pistol. It was Icy that delivered G2 both pistols on Lotus, and they still lost the map.
Right here, revealing area.
Down through the back though, clears out most of B. A lot to be asked of Leaf here into this spot as well. It's a common angle. Surely should be seeing this one coming as well. Plenty of more players gliding past, cuts up the crosshair placement. Up for the trade.
Right here.
This is a reaction, isn't it, as well? You can hear the scurrying of the footsteps. Com is the only one who was, well, he's going to be seeing this one. No way does he miss that. My God, shot got off, but again, adjustment by Trent was just sublime. Spike going to be planted now. They don't have control of most of this one. Here's a flash inside the smoke. That is cheeky to catch out King, suspecting that they lost control of that part of the map, and it leaves it just down to Tex now.
Well, that is fantastic deathballing from G2 there. Spike not planted for the rest of the team, though. No aftershock.
Yeah, no one's
There is a chance here that Tex could get at least half and make this difficult.
Paranoia to start. He at least gets to half as well. There's that win con earned as well, and he's chopped this one up. Sight being divided, but just can't quite wrangle his sight.
Pistol rounds. And the first 5, I think it was, yesterday all went the way of Crew.
Very committed here, at least onto the eco. Com's able to get the one, trying to bait it up and set it up here. Pistols in hand, they are doing the work of it, Leaf. Doesn't quite have the weapon for the job, does he? Still flashed up, blinded up, but he's covered. Over the shoulder, that's Trent. Making sure to lock this one down. Aspas in the midst of all of it, the chaos, he's found himself that upgrade, and maybe a few of these players, again, sights need to be trained cleanly onto these angles. He hears it, just the 1 footstep, and on just enough damage. Disengages, that discipline. At work, Aspas thinking about going for a second go with things again, but it leaves it just out of Trent now. 1v2.
He's heard both footsteps leaving. Excellent information for him to be able to play around.
Yeah, I mean, Lev not interested in hiding their intent, are they? Open the sound cues, and as soon as that dart is revealed to the map, they realize, oh, wait a second, giving up the entirety of A. Very winnable still for Trent.
Shock dart would take down Aspas as well.
In times like this as well, doesn't really want to risk pulling out the util. It's doubled up from Lev again. Going to be using Aspas as a bit of bait. Still ADS up and spotted a second one. Needs to just land it. The composure not quite there, Tex. Got to be careful dropping down from there, man. But still, he'll seal it up. Now stacking with a couple of these bodies as well. The drone's broken, kill trips as well. This is being a real nuisance. Icy, of course, is going to be falling. Players are going to be swarming, though, into the site as well. Bodies trying to play with that player advantage. It's G2 with control of it, at least now for the C site.
Deploying drone.
Was praying at least maybe for a bit of chip damage being done here with the shock darts.
Spike planted.
Flying through. Slight miss there in terms of these lineups as well. Has to deal with a little bit of it, and playing this retake, the Yob Aspas wants nothing to do with it. Maybe there's a gun to be retrieved, but it's risky business. Not quite.
Hoping that he could stop G2 from being able to get those upgrades, or at least get himself a rifle where he could have tried to commit to the retake.
Do you even play this?
I don't know if you can.
Man. Trying to head into this one with the operator again. The first flick and adjustment to shot missing from Aspas, expected. Suspecting the backside player with Valen removed again. Dart laid through all words, but that stun just connected with a friendly fire. Leaf, oh my, still healthy and still in the fight. A thrifty win is answered back in kind. G2.
The risk being taken.
Yeah, and it's Leaf on 30 health, watching the flank as well. One shot will do it to the chest as well. A little bit sleep at the wheel, still manages it, but he's not going to be expecting King. He wrapped his way around and through, and now rejoining potentially with the rest of his team. Rifles gained.
What do you do? What do you do if you're G2 here? Do you try to push spawn? You only know that there's one player behind.
Yeah, not a lot of information to work with here, and they've even planted for the front section of the site. So instead, looking to try and fight. Hard and fast now, out through the short angle. Trent jiggles, takes the contacts. Util flies, but a bit of a team flash as well. Blunders occurring, and up through A long as well. They've already walked their way through. Icy, he's not watching for this cross-up. Com has got so much space in the midst of all of this, and a tap reveals his position once more. Fights to be taken, out through short. They're smoked off and away. Com finally away here with the dart as well, spraying. But as well covered, out and through. He's taken matters into his own hands, pressing the advantage. King, that's sticking, half of the defuse, but managed in kind once more. Com to deliver that round straight to
moving around the map. Aspas fighting straight in.
That's a solo play, man. He's heavily alone here. There's a Hunter's Fury, cuts it up, not enough for the kills. A lot of damage done though. A lot of players from G2 going to be weak here in that rotation around, and Com was just none the wiser, not expecting that mid could be pushed up and pressed like that kind of position here, but it's a double face out wide. No util in their hands, not even necessary. Instead, it just cuts it up enough for Trent to be plucked out of the picture, and now sending it over towards A. G2.
Mazzino.
Yeah, all committed. Mazzino again, might just be that playmaker. No way, straight through the box. It's Icy, just drops him. Fades the black there, sent back to the spectator screen, and massive player advantage now for G2.
A fake smoke, making it feel like you're smoking that off to retake through the normal avenues. But King gives himself a little area if he wants to try to push through it.
And they are low.
Jonah's got to watch both of these. It's his job to try to cover long and short. Valen's got the spot.
And it's still not solid. And these players are as weak as they are. They've all started to fall. Leaf is miles away. Norafev reveals it, and now he has to get a move on. Nana Swarm, not potentially even there as well. It's just being stuck all the way, covered into the corner. Nana Swarm will force it back away, gives him that lifeline, but swinging wide. Tex controls it all. play here. Nothing being held back by G2. But you've got to take A in 2 waves of things, and he's already spotted out, and that's going to force it out into the open. Aspas will be traded. Gives up the gun too.
It's not the most useful gun to work with. Everybody on Lev has full armor. I think Icy's got to do more.
Tanked up, committing some ult.
Whoa!
All in Thunder, refinding Mazzino. And this is him just trying to make the play as well. Expecting that one, he's out open. Util away, oh my goodness, single digits of health, and remaining will be dropped at least in an Anaswap Com. He's got to do a lot, but still can. Not against the overwhelming pressure of G2, leaving it to that 2 versus 2. You can feel it. It's frantic.
This is where G2 need to calm things down. They got a 2v2, had weapon upgrades, Tex. Lev are constantly looking for these moments to re-clear, to go for the solo pushes out. G2 now, with the information, they know where both of these players are. They're going to look to try to book it in the other direction. Jonah with ult. This round now should be favored towards G2, but we've seen absolute madness so far.
Yeah, who knows which way it's going to be pivoting towards.
Spike planted.
Leviatán, Tex and King, shoulder to shoulder. Tex way ahead of the rest of his team, in fact. Look at this guy. It's all the way in through the back of the site.
A little bit of pressure first, then a breach ult, then the recon dart's going to come back online.
There's no way. The call's been made. They know
know
on the first tap the Rolling Thunder's going to be coming out. Jump spot around, surely. Noise indicator. Jonah P's got to suspect it and know it. They're walking right into him and maybe just into the trap. But Trent, round and through, flanking around here. King, surely he's revealed it. Potentially, it's there.
The recon's good.
Yeah, forces him backing out. And now Trent knows he's not going to be sticking it. That is right on the money. I think King's going to stick it all the way, but he gets off it, hearing the footsteps, the rumbling coming straight towards him. And that's the big question. Aspas, we know his reactions are up to scratch. Close quarters, in through the door. Leaf is gone.
Suddenly gaps emerge all over the map for G2. You're not sure if somebody's pushed out C, taken mid control. You feel pressured here to end A. But there's still a minute and 15 on the clock.
Rotation.
You could still go and get info. They're going to come in.
They're rushing into it again once more. The anchoring player is still out through the back. This time Com is deleted out through the back of the side. Finally, Mazzino cleaned up. It's still a multitude of damage that has been done, including the spike drop down towards the back. Finally reclaimed. Trent going for the plan, but it's still that 2v3. And as this smoke fades, options are plenty. Aspas misses it. And Icy needed to take a risk like that. The duel is being earned. Drop down from Tex. I'm going to go for this one. A rapid play. Paranoia sets it up beautifully. And now that 2 versus 1. Trent up and above the start will reveal quite a lot, but he needs to pick his timings well. It's a tap. Recon dart is going to be broken. Doesn't know where the 2 of them are. Doesn't even know if they're still potentially now off of it. So their second tap. Waiting round. Shorty in his face. King needs to hit the shot and will. The IGL to take these fights to re-clear space, even if they're just doing it on their own.
And it's been working so well.
Yeah, they've just been disrupting the timings that G2 are taking. That's TPT, that's committed by Valin. Out through the back, there was at least a dart there, and he has at least flashed up, needs to be defended, no way. It's not being held down with Tex dropped. There's a potential for G2, even with those weaker weapons. Let's get that round and maybe make the half respectable. Dart over the top, Hunter's Fury now. This is all going to be used to see if they can claim at least one of the kills, one of the tags, at least damage done. Com can't quite claim it.
They used Recon Dart in the midst of that to try to find the pick, so now they're not going to have it available to go for this retake. They can wall, they can Paranoia, but G2 should be pretty solid here.
Aspas, he split up the site. The Paranoia is perfect as well. Blinded up towards the corner, but the Elise is being covered. No way! King! No way! 3 found in Com has been given this lifeline, but still too much to deal with. Expected a Heaven player, just it, round and away, reload, and a stick. Com onto the defuse, Nano Swarm, narrowly avoided, have at least it's a wing on there, but he can't quite stick it again. Time running short, Leaf to deny. Potentially get another one under their belt, we'll see.
Trent has got to call for help here.
Yeah, already
make a decision. Do you anchor or do you leave?
It's a little bit of hesitancy still. There's defensive smokes that have been propped down and placed. Still, flashes evened out on either side, but no swings from G2. Players are barely in position onto the approach. And are they going to be ready for this one? Locking it down, pistols in hand. It's Leviatán. We find the day, and the advantage now here for them.
That's such a sick idea from King.
What? Oh, how has that happened? Leaf's just wrapped his way all the way around, and the spike has been dropped down into short. King, suddenly, it's a 180. What should have been theirs, the timing was taken against them. That's Leaf giving them a taste of their own medicine. All those quirky timings that Leviatán was so eager to take as well were catching G2 off guard, but not this time. This time, man, all G2.
Especially when you should be running into the trips from Tex.
Heavy lean though from Lev here.
Blocking sight.
It's a dart over the top, that was dealt with as well. Cleaned up, Icy still locking it down, but with that Outlaw in hand. Nails a shot into Messina, but unfortunately not enough damage, no half armor in sight.
I think that's an extremely bold play to go for. You know, even if you're peeking into one, they're probably going to have full armor.
And here comes the play here. Just a drone supplemented in. Buys him a bit of that space and time. It's an aftershock up into the corner as well, but it's being thrown out on Ivan's sides here. It's an even exchange with the util and potentially the guns to make a difference. Leap. He tucks himself up and cuts it up close into the corner. Messina! He's delivering death blows, man, raining them down onto G2.
Spike planted.
And the options limited now for Trent to go for. He's playing a bit fast and loose into this, but it's a 1v3 and you've got to do it. Still doubled up. The discipline will sail it away for a 11 round win. Top to bottom. Tiny little changes, and even this one throwing it in. Look at this, all this pressure applied. Aspas is trying to squeeze these players. They might be anchoring into the link, but rifle in hand. Valin will save the day just for now. Potentially with that lifeline, and now Hunter's Fury. Trent will take spotted out, lit up like a beacon. Mazzino through and out, side by side here, alongside the flash as well. It was an anti-position that's played and swinging out wide into it. Do not let this slip, G2. But a massive advantage leading into this. Leviatán in the middle of all this chaos as well have managed to carve out a place onto the seaside. It's a plant down now.
Com has to be the difference maker. He knows he's got to make the play.
Doubled up through, in through Garage, Icy, and Trent. Combine their might there, at least to drop those players. So G2, once more looking to light up this B site, potentially get that plant down on top of it. Tex has been eager to take these timers against them. The alarm bots.
Inch by inch.
Yeah. It's going to be holding them back. Mazzino with a plan. There was nothing to push this away here. So Leviatán now going into the post plan, and it's all about how you play. With Tex removed, that's one problem out of the picture here for them. With a lockdown now dropped down, that's also going to be creating some opportunities. G2 pushing back these players. Leviatán out and away in through the window. Leaf just takes a peek at just the wrong timing there. Unfortunate not to get a kill, and Trent also wrapping all the way around. Is it going to be watched? Plenty of backs towards him. They know how this one's being played. Valin, a tap onto the defuse as well. Noise and chaos into the mix. It's pandemonium, but maybe that's where they might thrive. Trent delivers it. A death blow straight from behind. A full flank paying off. Rifles in hand, but not enough to stop the defuse. Position. Lev have walked all the way up, but so has G2. With the wall up in his face alongside the util, he will respect it. He's backed out and away in his flank now. Has to be the defining moment here for G2 as well, as they're wrapping this all the way through, putting a bit of tempo into it. The dart is dealt with. Drone as well. Now going to be supplementing. Tex might even just press the advantage and push forwards with this one. Have they missed Leaf? That's the question here. Shoulders peeking out. Tex still opts into it. That's a great fight. One out. Hunter's Fury just from the low ground. Aftershocks all combined, and the fall damage for it. Trent and Icy left alone here. Aspas, this guy, precision is off the charts. Outburst to counteract that one, but giving up the side of C. Fully up now for Leviatán. They're going to be able to get this plant down once more. Maybe a tap to bait something out, but no, Mazzino going for the full stick. The position is theirs, onto the side. Drone tags.
Do you want to go aggressive with the breach ult?
They do. It's a rolling thunder. It's all going to be queued up. Mazzino holding this one for a rainy day, and that's right now. Here, stunned up still. Covered by Icy. Wasn't actually stunned from that one, so it's quick to trade it out. Let's put a pause into that tempo increase by Lev, but maybe just enough, not quite. Aspas, that high ground, perched up. Angle swing from Tex again. Sky has got the confidence, but lines it up for Leaf. And Com now up onto the flank position. More than noted. Trent can stick this one with full safety. Acknowledgement that this team's got his back. There's nothing to push him back and away. That too earned. Hunter's Fury, Rolling Thunder, Deep Shock Dart. It's going to be breaking most of the initial util out and through as well. Leviatán trying to make this one feel like they potentially are squeezing, but it's committed in still. An offset again by that util. Now Ultimate coming in handy. The Rolling Thunder, it stunted the entirety of the push. Leviatán have no options now, but to once more pause into the round.
How would King and Com recover this one? It doesn't seem possible. That opening gambit failed.
I see. Dash active, sees one, knows a second, is closely behind. And like you said, Josh, how would they recover it? They're the ones who want to try and at least find a way to pay forwards into this A site. Where's the defensive utility? It's flying up and over, sailing past. Leviatán are going to be given, again, easy access. The retakes have been working for G2, so why would you mix it up?
At the same time here, King, Paranoia, Mazzino, Aftershock, these are difficult pieces of utility to get through. You've got to bait them out before you go for the retake.
That means going blow for blow, at least with that U2. You need to at least make an emphasis, G2, to pull it out of them. Ice cold so far from Leviatán. It's a Paranoia. For a Paranoia, it's traded evenly again, but there's kills still flooding in as well. Players out of heaven. Com just delivering it again, straight to them. The feed is filled up entirely with red here. An inevitability that we go to OT once more. Smoke. Nana Swarm dart into the back. They want to make this one feel like it's the B hit coming through again. It's just to pull players away potentially to make the A side a little bit more easier. Leave timing! He takes it straight to him now, but they're not expecting that. Cut up into the corner once more. Mazzino, he's there defending from the side. Valid has to respond and does. Jonah P up and through. Aspas adjusting movement. Not enough to survive. G2 find the 13. Over towards the C site.
30 seconds left.
Time is of the essence, though. Only 30 seconds left. Still, there'll be nobody from G2 to respond and at least receive this. No welcoming party. It will be potentially that easy plant. Leaf is eager to see if he can take that fight.
That was the last piece of breach utility used from Mazzino. Both teams still holding on to Paranoia.
Survival in the map. It's necessary that Lev just hold on to this one here. Got an iron grip so far towards the back of the site, but that might just get dislodged here with the Paranoia straight through. It's a stun again. Jonah P. It's util out into the open as well. Maybe that flustered element playing a part. Tex has just dominated. There's a full group up stack from either side. They look like they want to clash. It's a skirmish opted into by either side. Revealed up. It's chaos, but who will thrive in the moment? Leviatán finding the advantages, finding the kills. Up ahead by one player, but G2 make full usage of it. Already lurking up into the spot, and they hear this drone in the clearance. Jonah P. It just fades away! And the spray transit just cannot be completed. Mazzino again, there with the trade. The plant, though, it's down. Rolling Thunder, this is to clear out the front section. Nobody going to be playing there still. Gives them that peace of mind.
Mazzino's been so big in OT rounds for Lev.
And just catching this one. Barrel, betrayed by it. Trent didn't stand a chance. As Tex collects, it's up to Leaf. Dart out open, shots fired, revealing all. Leaf inevitable here, and he falls once more here. Leviatán gone for a full play into this. A flash and a Paranoia. It's all delayed. They need to save Aspas. He's perched up, locked up into the corner again. The guns are flowing. The bodies are dropping. 2 versus 3, and still fighting, still clawing back, looking for the opportunity to at least make their mark and G2 survive in this map.
That's a massive win for G2. The huge trade out there. The fact that Aspas was trapped.
Take onto A at that angle. He doesn't know if they've lurked up short, which is exactly the play in mind.
I like this more passive position. Just watching to make sure that Lev couldn't overpush from A through to the connector. They're going to be forced to plant here, and you can just play the advantage.
It's out when he opened. It's through the cage. He gives Trent the timing, and he'll take it. Rewarded for it, King. Double digits of health. There's no way in hell. A tap, a stun, just about missed somehow. With only 15 seconds left to play with, the squeeze is on. Leaf rapidly approaching, knife in hand. Cautious, but G2 take it anyway. 14-14, we go again.
They're dealing with A right now. Here comes the B fake. It is going to end A. This is a massive clash.
Plays at the back here. There's an updraft to Dart. Is avoided, dodged away. Crouched to the back as well, but these players are over towards A once more. It's a clash occurring on multiple fronts. Aspas cuts it up. Close to the corner. Spotted them out wide as well, but being defended. The rifles spraying and praying. Still locking it down. Out through short. Nobody dealt with Tex. And this is just anarchy. Trent had an opportunity, but it's all been stolen away. And then Haven here sets them up beautifully. Aspas, my goodness, he's glided right into the fray. It's a wall up in their face as well. This relentless pressure. He's so damn eager for it. Icy, though, will defend. Mazzino still. He's there with a bullet straight through and beyond, and just indecisiveness. G2 have crumbled. 2 left to stand, 2 left to pick up the pieces, but Mazzino another ult earned. And a Rolling Thunder Might be all that's necessary to close this one out. Peeking through it. Advantage is found. And a map win in sight. Leviatán. They've come out swinging from the lower bracket.
Going out.
And now in our grand finals, stage being set for an early 2-0, leading by those maps. With all odds stacked against them, and Valen can do naught but cower, man, in this spot. The util, the obstacles, too much to face. The time is running short and the bullet ends it.
Attackers win.
16-14. By G2 as well, shots wildly gonna be traded there, but Leaf is gonna be worse for the wear. Hasn't quite gone down just yet. Calling for the fight and straight into it. Damage at least done. Choose up those players again, but it has to be that regroup and patience played. 3 versus 3. In through in the back. Zeno might have just slipped his way through and found that timing. Nobody was ready for it, but he's deleted them. Right click, classic in hand. Aspas. Just contact again, holding crossfire set at Aspas. It's done Valen dirty there, man. Just a peek and a shot. It's cold with it. Sees the delay here, out from Com. We can hear plenty of footsteps. G2 gonna try and go for a rapid play. That's a wingman sent first and flying forwards, at least with that util. Molly at their feet, Icy. They'll have that high ground still. Drops down, Aspas making sure to clean up the stragglers.
Look how much better it is when Aspas has a rifle in his hand. Round 3, not an op. That's another huge difference compared to the last time these two teams played. He's able to be so mobile, he's everywhere. He's behind them in Fountain now.
Yeah.
He's opening the round, he's closing down the lurk, and now he's looking to shut the trap.
It's flexibility that's just afforded for him. Trent, second round of things here with the plans. Looking to force a fight out. They need some kills. It's a 2v4. Trent does have the ult now, but surely not a position to really use it, and doesn't quite catch any of the players towards the back of them. The positions are hyper committed. Icy will have to try and deny, but he just can't do it. Everything is watched for. This is Leviatán. I say it, looking very scary right now.
A rifle round, this is where Lev would be looking to try to re-clear through Hookah.
Everything's just going to miss here. As soon as the util comes flying forward, so does the Teva. Mazzino is tucked up, tight into position. He's got to try and deliver at least a few more kills, and his team should have his back. Up and over the top, though. Trent, he's right there. Stinger in play. Tex. This is rapid now. He sent the flash straight and over. He knows at least there's a player there. Here's that plant going down. Ult as well committed from behind. The Taven's not there. Still being covered 1v1. Jonah P reload. There's no way. Not expecting it. Not shaken. Valen's hoping that there's at least that sound cue. Okay, the Seeker points it out, and now Tex won't be long for this world, not unless he just approaches and sees this. What is that? A 180 adjustment. Afflicted aside in a wall in the way, but he will fall in the end. 3v4. For the first time they'll ever been in this kind of disadvantage. And the pit is going to be used as that insurance policy. Wingman forwards, stun there. Shorty out and wide, but there's going to be the showstopper that ends it all. Still out and through, rifles are at work and at play. Aspas. At this point now, pit thrown up in his face like a wall. There's just no chance in hell for him. And so we will give this one up, and finally G2 get a bit of breathing room, a bit of respite, but it can apply pressure. Take the right pauses here. It's a wingman, down with a plan. It's a Dizzy, out and through. Takes us already into the back of the side, of course. Why not? He wants to take the fight. It's not being watched for. Trent, his way out into the open, double dinked up. Players are weak, and opportunities now going to be granted. Leviatán, there's no way they're pulling this one right back and away. Com on the flank, denying all. But now he's left alone. Two players at least knows what he had towards the back of his mind, and with the Hawk revealing him, that is going to be the confirmation he needed. Sees there, wraps it round, running them down, but again there's no trigger onto it. Damage done, one player left. God! Insanity!
Looking for Com.
Yeah, Com. They should know about this. They should know about this, but the crosshair placement is perfect. Walks and wades right into it with Leaf gone and deleted. It's another element now to just add into the mix. Leviatán can start to increase that pace and the tempo in and through. Icy, he's going to lock this one down, but he's the one who's been locked into place. The Teva, again the util is perfect. The Mazzino on the defuse, sticking this through. The noise cues have been cut away entirely, and another round burnt.
All of the post-plant spray there, missing its target. I mean, I think a rewrap through showers here would be justified too. G2 cleared that one out earlier on.
Stim beacon down.
How do you clear it? Com does have the util. It's a Haunt and a Prowler. Side by side again. Straight from the playbook, Leviatán shying away from what has been working for them. They're going to be diving straight into it. Can't be following the Prowler, but the pit does go down. Time though, it's away from them. Over the strike, committing. That's a hell of an ult to be used, but it's brought it down to a potentially winnable scenario. I'm not too sure. Time is short and against him entirely. Com forced to just be that sitting duck. Icy plucks him away. Trailblazer thrashed through and followed up almost entirely here. Mazzino! Oh, he's ripped away the hopes and dreams, hasn't he? Beautiful ult that was expended.
But they have opened up the B site. They decided to go for that showers crunch. It gets massive value. But could G2 win a 3v5 when Lev don't have any idea where they're positioned?
Leap up and forwards.
It's possible.
He knows he needs a kill here. Trent still, ult in the back pocket. Might be time to use it, but potential's there, they're worried. Still, he dodges out through and wide with the mosh pit, but Entertainment has to just send it whipping right round to the corner, up and through and around. The flanks are being watched. G2 are finding it, but it's fast and through now, at least with the Dizzy. It's a flash in their face, and Icy still gonna lock it down, out through into the corner. Wingman leading the charge. Dizzy up and over the util is perfect. Mazzino down to it, 1v1. And on for the ace to potentially win the round, but just can't quite get off it in time. G2. They earn themselves that potential lifeline, that fourth round. 4-1 split in through A. Late wraparound from Com, most likely, just trying to use the wall to get themselves into position. You see the explosion occur. There it is, Dizzy out and through. Good adjustment by Leap. Even snappy enough to clear it. Nade is also going to be rebounding there, denies them a chance to just get that plant down, but it's been waited out. Lev, going for the second wave of things here. Plant down, not tonight. Nade sailing through, Leviatán looking to try and take back control here, out through lamps as well, but there's been no casualties on either side, just a bit of damage. It's exchanged. That pause, Buffer waiting for the util here. The Dizzy and now the swing, they want to try and overwhelm this one. G2 out through the front of the site and landing the shots. Needed to be the pistol round win, and now just looking inevitable. Sticking all the way here. It's Wingman on the defuse and covering fire available from G2.
There.
How do you even deny the plan from going down in the first place? Jumping through, Dizzy spots it out. Acknowledgement onto the two of them, in through the smoke though, valid. That's matters into your own hands, it's answered though. Com straight there was an aid at the back. If the nade didn't do it, Com definitely would have. This is a fast fight that's also occurring. G2, they want to wrap this one all the way round, through the back, map control. There's for the taking. It's all about how they take these fights as well together. High-low setup, the discipline on display, and again catching Com unaware. Out through the side, wraps this one around, and the advantages are just flowing now for G2. A bonus round is in sight, but down to King. Can he play spoiler to it? Can he land the shot? It's not quite there, so G2. Second part of the puzzle.
This is one of the most important.
And they're facing into this. Trent, he's got the info. He sees two of them. Dribbles out wide here. I see. That's nice. Aspas falls. Many more to be followed up through and away. I see with the second before the trade is online. Com is back up and through. He hears that. At least the TP, Jonah P. Oh, that's okay. It's good with the movement.
Spike dropped as well. Almost impossible for Lev to recover this. G2, they've well and truly come back into this game.
Yeah.
Pistol, bonus. Now this important eco swing round on top of it all.
Not just that, I mean, it's Leviatán just been throwing away their ults. Past 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Crash gone, orbital strike gone. These are big tools that you want to be trying to maintain your lead, to break that economy that G2 has. At this point, it's out of control. I think fully out of control.
I think the thrash down for a moment here, G2. Always looking to win the info game.
Gotta be careful though, because the space is also being picked apart. Already up for short, and King, there's a timing here for him to take off of the chaos and the noise and the cues that are being made. As soon as he hears the fire, running him down, out through into the smoke. Tex, he's there ready, waiting, and spraying and praying, apparently, is the play.
You gotta be winning those, I feel. Everybody on Lev flashed up.
Oh, Jonah P not expecting it. The off angle by Com. These are the win cons that are getting Lev into these rounds as well. G2 just being caught unaware by the timings, and Leaf has asked to do it all again. Plan position. It's tucked behind, finds the first.
My ultimate is ready.
There's chances, there's possibilities. Leaf, half on the diffuse, the wink on, finds it, and now down to that 1v1! And the Haunt, just saving him.
Face your
Orbital strike, okay, that will definitely push them back. Rifle exchanged.
But that pushes them back, yeah, but into a solo flanker.
And here's the ult from Aspas. It's a rocket out in his hands, still with the satchels. He's hoping for a bit of a peek, and there it is, spotted. Not before Icy can take out King away from the fight. Com is always potentially trying to play up into this position, but doubled up, and that is nice. G2 making sure that they can try and take this one. Cool, calm, and collected, but already Tex has answered back with a thrash. Out in play, dodged and avoided. Trent is running and scurrying, and Jonah, hey! The Professor delivers. Space once more, out through the hookah angle. Leaf has got to try and lock that down. Aspas, he's already glided in, but there's nobody to back him up still. Rifles at work, at play, but not enough to get it over the line. And past that initial choke point.
30 seconds left.
Spike dropped down for him. This is G2 up to that 12th round, a critical one. Unless King can do the most, but he just doesn't even expect the corner angles here. Barrel out wide, Leaf will drop him down. Given access here towards the B side, Leaf is in trouble. Those bullets flying towards him. Tex even eager to try and take up that space once more as well, but through the back of the side, the heal is online. Azima still with the ult as well. This looks like a play that they want to try and take. Aggression, Trailblazer spotting, doubles up as well, but the Rifles, who's going to be winning this one? It's important, jumping round, trying to bait it out. Orbital strike again, cuts it up into the corner, out through and into the back. G2 are delivering it. With the bullets raining down, it's only up to Tex. And he has way too much to overcome. G2, still alive, still kicking, still fighting for a chance at that trophy. Going to be hard committed on G2's side of things, but cage up through and around that barrier mesh. We've seen this one before. Blocks off the rotate, so looking to try and make this feel like it's a B hit, but meanwhile, rest of Lev heading over towards A, and guess what, G2, there's an awareness there, especially now we're going to be knowing it. Jonah Pedo, doesn't matter if you know about it, you're going to get barreled over anyway.
They were not ready.
Force at work, they really weren't.
Not ready at all. I was all ready to give Trent props because he was in the perfect position, got that kill through mid, and was still on the right side of this wall to be able to rotate. Now Lev can wait for it to fall, pivot in either direction. I mean, look how separated the G2 players are. There is no way that Leaf can reconnect with the rest of his team. He just has to hope if they end B that nobody's waiting to catch Icy and Valen on the rotate.
30 seconds left.
Even a bit of a pause into the round here. Silently now going to be creeping up towards that A side. Contacts core. That's going to be Valen. And now second up, straight up, trying to take up that fight, but Icy can't quite land it. Not with the Sheriff. Shot that. Rebounding, dodged and avoided. Still jumping around and away. A lot of damage done. Potentially there, but a slam dunk finish. Leaf going to be hot. Trying to bike so he can find that timing, but he is in this 1v2. Doubled up. Aspas and King side by side. Trying to play this one with the numbers advantage.
One headshot each.
That could do it. Drops down, makes the sound cue. Waiting for that repeat, but maybe hearing both of them there. Could have been comped out, flashed up into his face! Jumping blind as a bat, and he's going for round 2. So much damage done, King. Single digits of HP, and Leaf just runs them down. Done though, just on the eke around for Lev means that the money's bad, but TP forwards, they don't expect this one right behind them. Grabbed it, locks them all down into place. King happy to take it all the way around and through, delivering the death blows one after another. That's 3 in a round. 2 left to stand.
Icy should find it very difficult to get any more value from this position, but the Outlaw does do decent damage. I think then that was the stun being thrown out from Mazzino, actually. He has been using those sonic sensors early on to stop A main pressure.
Bot coming back.
Lev take A main and then they throw down a sonic sensor, and it makes it very difficult to re-clear or re-fight over A main control because then you're just getting stunned up. It looks like it found value there. Lev calling the pause, hoping that G2 spread out.
The gamble from G2 though, they are sticking to the side, running them down with a Bucky in hand. Leaf only gets the one hit. There's so much damage being done to Icy, you can't imagine there's any way you're winning this one, but never say never. Here's it, into the corner, a couple of shots fired out, just praying. He is about to swarm the site any minute now. Bolts online, dash forwards, at least with a Blade Storm in hand. Aspas willing to take the fight in case there was that anchoring player, but it's not. All offsite here from G2. Make sure to group up. They do have the lockdown for this. That's maybe why Aspas is playing in front of it. He knows that that's the spot for it. Barrier mesh up on Heaven needs to be broken.
This is going to buy time for Tex on the flank too. He's made his way all the way deep down mid.
Wrapped around, and the lockdown has to be committed up through into Heaven. Tex, this timing has been jiggled and spotted and watched. So, choosing to pick and choose your timings. Aspas might be going down with a ship. Indeed, he is not even blessed with it. Couldn't get the one. That was the goal of all of it. Com. He's down onto that double digits, needs to try and get a kill here. It's nice with the movement, still a jar. Valen diffusing all the way and being covered in kind by his team. Tex, they know where he was. Kicking around in mid, they were spotted him earlier. And they're not giving him any sort of an easy fight. Valen. The A-side Jonah P. He's side by side, man. Still with a flash. His timing is everything. There it is. Hunter's Fury and a flash. All combined, connected. But where's the damage? Needs to get done right now. Annihilation. That's out through the window, I believe. Jonah P. He's going to be plucked out of sight, out of eye now for them. And now one less player to deal with.
Mazina was looking for that. The last 2 rounds eventually found it. They still have a site to take.
Leaf. Spray and pray with this one as well. With that Odin's fan, they do still have that site to take. 20 seconds left. Luckily, nobody from G2 hard anchoring into that spot. And the players are being caught way out into the open. Aspas! He's worked the man purely into the neutral. Didn't look like there was too much in terms of util to set that one up. And now G2 forced to back away.
Tex just as the distraction. Aspas doing the damage. Taken down eventually, but this time they swap roles. Aspas distracts. Tex closes Valen. Icy tries to save the operator, but it's not going to be. Great response from Leviatán.
Joined up. Watching it out for each other, moving off the position, but no. Grouping back again, just thinking twice about it. It's a high ground off angle. He's flashed up, blind as anything. Tried to adjust the aim in time, yet Trent and Icy at least are there. Ready to respond, ready to at least maybe even this one out. Grab that. How the hell does that connect? Updraft will only save you for about a moment. Quick scope. And they're okay. I mean, pistol out. Got to make a go of things, I suppose, but Aspas is quick on the cleanup. 14 seconds left. Dart not being broken. The Blade Storms are out, and Tex is still defending. Both players of G2 now. Valen and Jonah P are locked out. For the initial choke point, but the smoke will at least get them front section to one of the sides of the sites. Aspas, though, is still this problem. You need to deal with this guy. He's taking over the game, step by step, shot by shot. These players potentially, Tex might have been playing there, but
where's King gone?
I'm not too sure. TP's committed all around. King's up into the spawn. He's flipped the map for them.
He's cosplaying as a defender.
They're just trying to spot these players out. For G2, though, they're scrambling, looking for that information, and ORFF reveals quite a lot for King. He knows the position to be played, and they just don't expect it. Hello, Leaf. Spots him out. King's worried about the re-flying and a repeat, but okay, composure's there. He's from the IGL.
And Trent's trapped.
Yeah, nowhere to go. They know where he is now.
The saddest way to end a half here. A desperation play from G2. Bit of early round aggression, and it goes nowhere.
Pistol in the hands of Aspas! That's an early one. The stage is set after that. A first kill that goes their way. King with all the information in the world and a scramble from G2. Putting some pace into the round now. It's the only option left available for them, and they've got to even it out somehow. Tex still going to be anchoring. Cuts it up closely with the cage. Reveal of the recon, but now reveals his position, and the kill does not go his way. Flooding straight back in. Leviatán attempting to offset this one, but they're right out into the open, and they maybe have made one too many mistakes. Started off so damn nice here, but again, they're showing no signs of slowing this one down. Where does the time in the fight gets taken? Jonah P just looking out aimlessly. Down to just one. Trent reveals his position. The reload turns. What is going on? The bonus round weaponry now, and Aspas going walkabouts. This guy is taking liberties, and he might be taking names! Oh my goodness! No punish in sight! Doesn't matter about the return of the fire.
That is just filthy. There's nobody that's doing that like Aspas. 2 shots, one to the chest, the other one to deal with a player that could have full armor. Couldn't get more perfect.
Backs away in a reposition as G2 we're left trying to find these answers. There's a gap into the smoke. It's a blast. Oh my goodness! The damage done. It's G2 hanging on by a thread. And it looks more and more inevitable.
Last player standing.
Picked to pieces, plucked apart, the tapestry is falling. There's no more room to breathe for G2. Leviatán can feel it. Out in the open. Aspas picks them apart. Updraft, nice out. Wants to make a play, but here comes a tempo increase once more. Hot water. But Mazzino just boiling it right back at you. Sprayed all the way down. Leviatán, your 2024 America's champions!
And of course it had to be Mazzino at the end.
This is their moment, right for the taking! Your 2024 champions of Americas, Leviatán!